something, but your world would have crumbled. Caught behind thy back, you like to grumble. And before I face, you always a fumble, yeah. And if you live in a glass house, I beg you don't throw stones, no. And if you can't take blows, brother, don't throw blows. Said if you live in a glass house, not throw stones. And if you can't take blows, instead of throw blows. You build your world on lies and illusion, but you never know that this is the conclusion. No chance, no hope for those who kept it a-going, 'cause you never know that the truth was showing. And if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. And if you can't take those, brother, don't.
Welcome to the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5.
You live in a glass.
My name is Julius J. We will talk the talk.
And if you can't take those.
Today is the 22nd, 4 more days until Independence celebration, of course, should fall on Sunday. Therefore, we'll be celebrating on Monday.
And all I ask for.
At 5 o'clock, we'll have the other side of the UR debate here. The Adjoint Faculty Association will be here. We'll hear their side of the story as we promised to do. So we will have them here.
And if you live in a glass house, not throw.
At 4:30, Independence is in Bassa. We have we've called in some of our Bassa friends. Let's hear what they have for us. What will be happening? What are they doing about this day? So that's that about that. Okay. Before that, everything else will be talked about. We're trying to lay our hands on the ruling in the Twer case. I know I've got something, but it looks incomplete. I've been trying to reach out to his lawyer as well. I've not been able to get Councillor Arthur Johnson. I've called, I've messaged. What is the ruling that they gave them? I wanted to read the full thing. The ruling in the Twer case. Yeah. It's important for us to read the full thing. We have from here up to 4:30, so we're making all efforts. We want to read it for the hearing of the public. I don't know. Our people here don't have it. I know I got it from another news outlet, but what I got is incomplete. It looks incomplete. I see the cover page. Well, I'm not seeing page 1 and 2. It starts on 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's why I really need it. Okay. All efforts are still being made. We will. So what's making news elsewhere? We'll try our best. We'll do what we can to read what we have here. We'll play the reactions and all that. You know, yeah. Okay. We say welcome back to our boss, Clarence Jackson, and congratulations to him on the Golden Image Award victory award. If you all follow the Eugene Nangbe interview this morning, the most interesting part is what someone said they came from Portugal. They said the building too tall. Look, where I was just laughing. The building tall. Maybe Rahim Bility and people, we should bring them here tomorrow. Was that person actually from Public Works or what? Eh? Building too tall. Ethiopian police say they have arrested 17 suspects, including the alleged leader of an international human trafficking network, accused of transporting more than 40,000 Ethiopians to Saudi Arabia through Djibouti and Yemen. Authorities say the group operated detention centers in Yemen where migrants were allegedly tortured and filmed to force their families to pay ransom. The network is also accused of sexually abusing women, causing the deaths of at least 60 migrants and collecting more than $6 million from victims. Okay, let's take a quick break. Yeah. Right after that, we'll take our fact check. Right after that, we'll rumble into what matters.
We are brave. We are passionate.
Hey, Tanu, I need cash and there is no ATM around here.
Really? Did you try the EcoBank POS?
POS? I said I need cash. What is it about POS?
Judy, you can get your cash through the POS. All you need to do is to visit any EcoBank Express point or petrol trade gas station and request to use the POS. Guess what? It can also take other bank cards.
Oh, widow. You mean cards from banks overseas too?
Yes, it should just be your Visa card.
Wow, great. So when there is no ATM around me, I will just use the POS to get my money fast. EcoBank has made it too easy, man. EcoBank and innovation that real 5 and 6 so.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Good news to all travelers in and out of Liberia. Sumahoro Transport Service, STF, has introduced new fleets of buses in Liberia to take travelers from Monrovia directly to Ghana, Abidjan, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. We can also do connections for our passengers to Lomé, Cotonou, and Lagos, as well as Bamako, Dakar, Banjul, Kankan, Madiana, and Labi. We carry valuable items to your loved ones through our courier service. We also have delivery service to your various destinations upon arrival in Monrovia. We have taxi service to and from our parking station to your home. Please come to our red light office opposite Zone 9 Depot Police Station or call 0775 908830 0886 0555 558801 for bookings. ST is here to serve you.
Your cars, generators, and other machines can last much longer when you use the right kind of petroleum products to power your engines. Sunek Group, located on Bushwood Island, is dealer and distributor of high-quality petroleum products across Liberia at available prices. At Sunek Group, we sell and distribute high-quality petrol, gas, and diesel fuel to fueling stations across the nation. Our highly trained, professional, and customer-friendly staff are always waiting and ready to serve you. We deliver your petroleum products to your destinations on time. No worries. Power your engines with the right kinds of petrol, oil, and gas today and save time and money. Come to Sunek Group, your one-stop distributor of high-quality petrol, oil, and gas. We are located in a BMC building opposite UBA Bank, just a block away from LPRC on Bushwood Island. For more information, call 0777-062-441 or 0886-473-164. Sunek Group, spinning the wheels of oil and gas in Africa.
Ase Klubo, Liberia has a very good culture, yeah, and our tradition.
Yama, holy ready. Our tradition can sometimes go against our right.
Oh, let her now.
Okay, you see female circumcision, it can harm our daughters. Let me tell you, it can make them sick and some of them can even die from it.
That's true, oh, but what can we do now?
The Women and Girls Protection Act will stop female circumcision, protect our heritage, and every Liberian girl will grow with hope, good health, and dignity.
A message from the Association of Female Lawyers of Liberia, AFL.
Your favorite RLJ Kendeja Resort and Villas is new and improved with top-notch first-class services guaranteed to make you feel pampered and special as our royal guests. Ideally located on the RI Highway, a few minutes drive from the rehab junction, right in front of the Atlantic Ocean, you are assured of a peaceful, serene atmosphere of a home away from home. The ingredients for our Liberian meals are freshly picked from our garden to give you that unforgettable taste of Liberian cuisine. Our villas are designed and equipped to ensure every night spent with us is a memorable one. We are well positioned to host conferences and seminars of all sizes, as well as outdoor events like garden weddings and parties. Book your upcoming events and leave the rest for us to handle with 100% satisfaction guarantee. You can reach us on 0770-533-415 or email us at reservations@kendejaresort.com.lr. Visit our website on www.rljkendejaresort.com.lr. RLJ Kendeja Resort and Villas, for memories worth repeating.
Indeed, welcome. This is the OK Conversation on OKFM 99.5. We're hearing something from the port. Looks like good news, but we will come there. I will speak with somebody to confirm whether what I'm hearing is true or not. I will speak with somebody from the port. But it sounds like good news. President Joseph Newman Boakai Sr. has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to transforming Liberia into a digitally driven nation, declaring that technology is no longer optional but essential for effective governance, economic competitiveness, and national development. We hope now to see what the president has said transformed into government sectors, that a whole lot of systems in government will be digitized, or as others will say, digitalized, whatever suits it. Yeah, we hope to see that. Before we go to the cup, there's one good bit of news here too. Coming from the end of the LERTR. Where is it? Okay. Liberia scored some good marks. So we want to read that. Talk a bit about it. Why is it here escaping me? Because I know I should have it here on the other side. Yeah. This is the OK Conversation on OK FM 99.5. Okay. Come on this end. So we're able to score a good score, a very good grade. Yeah, okay, so I think I have what I needed. I have it thanks to Danicious. Yep. Thanks to Danicious Mater of Prime FM. Yeah, so let's read what we have from the I see. I sent me the MPA thing. As soon as I told MPA, he sent it quick. Okay. I don't know. Franklin was calling. Yeah. I was saying something to this boy to bring it in here. Good. Okay. Sorry, folks. You know, when we hear a whole lot of things can be happening as well. That's it. So we carry you along with whatever else is happening. So let's start with these very positive stories. So yeah, like the president said now, we have to go beyond just saying, we want the country to be digitalized and all of things. It is not optional. Yeah, it should be seen. Yesterday we had the archives people here. We have to see those kinds of places and functions being on the pedestal. Let's be able to see that these things are happening there. So what did they say? Liberia achieved a very good score in implementing the ERTR standard, with strong progress in aligning ERTR with national priorities, strengthening public debate, and improving access to extractive data. Further efforts are needed on data quality, beneficial ownership disclosures, environmental transparency, and ensuring extractive revenues deliver greater benefits to local communities. This is coming from the ERTR, the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiatives worldwide. They posted on their page about the effort made by the Liberians at the LERTR. And we saw the head wrote 4 hours ago, I took over an LERTR when the ERTR International Secretariat suspended Liberia. In just 4 years, Liberia has achieved a very good score of 80% associated with the ERTR and my dedicated team at the Secretariat for the support. Though this is the highest score the country has obtained, we still have more work to do. We'll get back to work and ensure we address the corrective actions and strategic recommendations from the validation. So what the ERTR say we did well in aligning ERTR with national priorities, extractive industries, transparency initiative to be able to have information on what's happening in the extractive sector. The extractive sector is that sector that takes away resources from the country, minerals and all those kinds of stuff. I believe things like timber and also they're all part of that. So to extract the sector that takes away stuff. Strengthening public debate. We are speaking more. We are talking more about our resources from the highest levels to the very lowest levels of society. We've been able to even hear from the LERTR on these kinds of things. They go to public fora, they engage with people, and also improving access to extractive data. We're able to get data from the extractive sector. So all of those things help the country in achieving a good score. Where do they need further efforts? The quality of the data obtained to be made better. Perhaps certain things are still not there to improve upon it. Beneficial ownership disclosures. Beneficial ownership. When the last time I had them here, they explained people who own these entities or companies. Some people's names are not disclosed. People who benefiting as a result of a company being in certain area, for us to know company this is in this area. Who else is associated with company A? You know, that is benefiting. What are they benefiting? Environmental transparency. What are they doing with the environment? There needs to be more to be done there for us to know exactly what's happening with the environment, and also ensuring extractive revenues deliver greater benefits to local communities. There's this one year now out of LERT arrangement, that whole government thing now, to ensure what the revenue from the extractive sector, when they dig the gold and diamond and whatsoever else in our ground or under our ground, when they take it from there, the revenue, does it benefit local communities? Now, ERTR is saying that the revenue should deliver greater benefits to local communities. Those are the areas that improvement is needed. But kudos to Jeffrey Yates and his team at ERTR, the government of Liberia, for the efforts and the progress made thus far. And we hope to see something better happening. I've been reading and hearing that MPA, yeah, they say all the contractors that they employ, or they have employed, or they will employ. Yeah, I've been reading some stuff, but let's speak with the head of communications there, Pee Wee Bisa. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth. Is it true? What exactly are they doing with their contractors? What exactly are they doing? MPA's Pee Wee Bisa, welcome, sir.
Good afternoon, Julius. How are you?
I'm not sure I'm very fine as you are, but I'm okay.
How can you determine somebody fine based on how to talk to you?
You are working at the lucrative
No, Julia, don't modify that to be lucrative. I'm not sure that's the reality. This is as any other institution.
You didn't even know what was coming.
I just didn't want you to go there. So I wanted you to just keep it as it is. It's a chief autonomous agency. Is that basically a lucrative place?
Pee Wee Bisa of the lucrative NMPA. Welcome, sir. Now, I am reaching out because I've been reading. I would say whispers, but we want to hear from the horse's mouth. Is it true? In fact, let me not say, is it true? What are you doing with your contractors?
Julius, this is a good day today, and this is a day where every contractor, every Liberian, when you employ or when you have one person that works in an institution, that person has a link of other hundreds of other people who benefit from them. So for us to see hundreds of contractors today at the National Port Authority, through the instrumentality of our able managing director, Honorable Teku M. Dukley, announcing today that with immediate effect, all contractors are now considered and as employees of the National Port Authority. I think this is a welcoming.
Wow. How many contractors are we talking about?
We are talking about close to 700-800 contractors.
Wow.
Yeah, so today they can go home and celebrate July 26. Liberia becomes 179 in a couple of days. So I think in commemoration to that, we need to make our people feel happy. Honorable Dukley is working on behalf and in the interest of the Liberian people, especially people who work every day, 12 hours, 13 hours here at the port. I think there's a need for them. Many of them, Julius, if you may, have been working here for over 15, 20 years, and they just be contractors. So to have the Honorable Dukley, the management team to come up with this initiative, I mean, is a very great initiative that we all Liberians need to welcome.
They were already working with NPA, right? What does moving them from contractors to employees mean?
Let's say it this way. When you send your application to the U.S. Embassy and your auntie, your family members say, you know what, I'm having a party here, I'm having to have your document here, I need you to go to the embassy and get your visa. You already have within yourself the enthusiasm of going to America, right? Or Europe or whatever. But you have not gotten there. So at that point, you're just in that state of thinking, will I go there, will I not go there? So these contractors have always been thinking, am I going to be employed? Every new government that comes and says, we don't want contractors, they're going to lay all of them off, regardless. So, but then that movement of just transforming from just being just no person to a somebody is actually the importance that is being attached to the employment. If you're being employed now, you got all the benefits. You come with a voice to say, okay, I stand and say I'm an employee of this institution, and I have the voice that like any other person who works here. When you spend 23, 25 years, you want to be retired, you're giving all of your benefits of the time you've been here, as compared to just being a contractor. So it comes with a whole huge benefit that we all Liberians need to begin to say, thank God that we have our brothers and sisters who are always thinking as to whether will be fired next day or will be taken off the payroll because our status have not changed. When your status change, you're indeed just a bona fide person now. So they are indeed an employee of the National Port Authority moving forward.
Others could argue that it could be adding to the wage bill of the entity over a long term.
Look, no matter what happens, the country, the president has always said that we need to have our people employed. We need to find means of having the people employed. That's why, as we speak to you, Honorable Dukley is in Paris, France, trying to scout out assistance for the port. The more investors come into the port, the more job creation, the more we get people employed. And at this point in time, if you're paying somebody for 15 years, Julius, working in your entity for 15 years, you've paid him or her all the time they've been there for 10, 15 years. So why can't just change the status and make them, people who have been here working tirelessly to make sure that the work that you need to have accomplished here at the port is done to people who are actually willing to see this country move forward. I think the importance we attach to it is that these people are not just regular people. These people are people who have dedicated their time, their life, their activities at the port. People come to the port, Julius, at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. They do not leave until around 7, 8 in the evening. What will you do with those people? To tell them, say, go home? We just, putting you down? No. Honorable Dukley has a sense of direction, and he sees that these people need to be part of the process, and the process is what we are following at this moment.
Okay. Thanks so kindly, sir, for taking my call and confirming this very good news for those who have been contractors at the Free Port of Monrovia.
Thank you, Julius. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, his name is Pee Wee Besa there, confirming what we've been reading all over the place. So, yep, it is confirmed. Okay. Okay. We've not started taking calls. Start calling. We even go near taking calls. When people take time, take it easy. So the drugs that were confiscated on yesterday, the BBC is reporting putting the figure at $370 million. When it was 19 million, we were talking. So the previous government, our whole 100 million. Our time, I had 19 million. I said, no, don't be talking like that. We know what is somewhere. People should not, say certain things. Now, 370 million, according to the BBC. So what you say? Let me tell you people something, right? And sometimes it's just tiring to be spinning in cycles on these very grave issues. Drug laws, drug cartels, drug pushers, operators, they don't care about which government is in power in any country. It is not what they care about. They care about pushing their trade to make the money they need to make. And they do everything possible that will ensure that the drugs will leave from where they are produced, especially in South America, to the destination they want it to get to. They know it is risky, it is dangerous, it is cost intensive. They put a whole lot of money into producing, getting it out to ships or planes or whatsoever. They can charter planes. You know how expensive that is. They are militarily equipped, very dangerous group of people, because the whole trade is risky, and they stop at nothing to accomplish what they want to accomplish. They don't care in any country which party is in power. When you start to understand these things from this level, and they know how to, this government will be in power, it is gone, they don't care, they will try to link up with powerful people in the next government so as to make it easier for their product to pass. That is what they care about. The reasons they will get to certain officials is to provide cover so they don't find tough times for their produce to pass through. So anybody powerful, anybody who is able to make people to turn a blind eye, they link up with them. It doesn't matter which government is in power. So someone could quietly be an official or be whosoever in whatever ministry, in whatever agency, in whatever security agency, quietly getting their little cut for the guys to do their whatever. So a cartel is not just, for example, the two people they cut down there. They'll just be a small part of it. A cartel involves the producers, the drug barons in South America or wherever, everybody along the production chain, the logistics chain, the transportation chain. Then in your own country, the quote-unquote powerful figures who may make people to close their eyes on it for it to pass through, and then the destination countries where it is intended to go. It's a long chain. Because when it gets to where it is supposed to get, they'll make their money. So they use all kinds of methods. They apply all kinds of measures. They're dangerous people. The reasons countries are afraid for them to have a foothold, it is because of the ability to gradually, over time, dangerously corrupt the system, the leaders, the officials, so much so that a whole lot of people start to make money from them, and they become even less careful now. When you hear the country turns into narco state, then it means they are readily accepted. The way some of you right in your communities, you know people who sell drugs, but you accepted them because they give you small thing, they have money. That's how countries turn into narco state at the highest level. Some communities where DA people go there to arrest, it's difficult. Read about Mexico and other countries, they do running battles with the army. You don't want them to have a foothold, to start having control of a whole lot of people in officialdom. That is what they gradually do, because they want your country to be a hub, that they're able to have that amount of drugs, 3,000 plus kilograms of cocaine in a house, in a country. How did it come true? There must have been a whole lot of things that happened. A whole lot. For them to be that brave, it means they are finding the place as a base. A whole lot of connections have happened. These are the realities. For them to do it in a kind of open place there, you know, that was too brave. So when these kinds of things are happening, very serious things to a country, and then you start to see certain things happening. So for an example, let's go to what the governing party wrote. They wrote this release. Unity Party applauds security forces for landmark cocaine seizure, urges Ministry of Justice to ensure speedy prosecution. The Unity Party extends its commendation to members of Liberia's joint security forces, particularly the Liberia National Police, LNP, and the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, LDA, for their skill and professionalism displayed in an operation that resulted in the discovery and confiscation of an unprecedented amount of what is believed to be narcotic substances and the arrest of a Colombian and Spanish nationals. The raid took place at a property located near the residence of Margibi County Senator Nathaniel McGill, highlighting the continued alertness and resolve of our security institutions in safeguarding Liberian communities and breaking up criminal enterprises. The UP Alliance made a commitment during the 2023 presidential campaign to methodically break apart the drug trafficking network that became deeply entrenched in Liberian society over the 6 years of former President George Weah's administration. This latest operation stands as tangible proof that the Unity Party-led government continues to deliver on that commitment. The party urges community residents and the Liberian populace to remain vigilant and alert state securities on any suspicious movement or holding of unidentified substances within their communities. The Unity Party reiterates its steadfast support for the security sector and its dedication to protecting communities, reaffirming that Liberia will not serve as a haven for drug trafficking or organized criminal activity. So two interesting paragraphs are here. We've all said, no, we should not politicize this fight. We should not politicize this fight. This paragraph says the raid took place at a property located near the residence of Margibi County Senator Nathaniel McGill. And so McGill's office released a statement. Let's read it as well. We will come back to analyze. This is what his statement said. The office of Senator Nathaniel F. McGill categorically condemns and rejects the false and misleading claim contained in the Unity Party's July 21, 2026 press release alleging that the recent drug raid occurred at a property located near the residence of Margibi County Senator Nathaniel F. McGill. This assertion is false. According to the Liberia National Police's own live broadcast of the operation, the suspected narcotics were discovered in the VOA community along the Rabos International Airport Highway. While Senator McGill, President Joseph Newman Boaka's National Security Advisor, Attorney Samuel Kofi Woods II, Liberia Maritime Authority Commissioner Nito Zaza Lai Sr., and many other Liberian government officials reside within the broader VOA community, the location of the drug raid was not near Senator McGill's residence. The Unity Party's attempt to create a false association between the senator and this law enforcement operation is irresponsible, deceptive, and unsupported by the facts. If the Unity Party's reasoning is that merely residing in the same community as the location of a law enforcement operation creates an association with criminal activity, then does that same reasoning also apply to President Joseph Newman Boaka's National Security Advisor, Attorney Samuel Kofi Woods II, and Liberia Maritime Authority Commissioner Nito Zaza Lai Sr., who live in the VOA community? If not, why was Senator McGill singled out? It is deeply concerning that rather than allowing the security institutions to conduct their work professionally and independently, the Unity Party chose to inject the name of one of Liberia's leading opposition figures into a matter which he has absolutely no connection. Such conduct demonstrates a willingness to exploit a serious national security issue for partisan political gain. Senator McGill has consistently supported all lawful efforts to combat drug trafficking and organized crime. He believes that security operations must remain professional, impartial, and free from political interference, and that public officials and political institutions have a duty to communicate facts rather than misinformation. The office therefore calls on the Unity Party to immediately retract its false statement and issue a public correction. Liberians deserve truthful information, not politically motivated narratives designed to mislead the public or tarnish the reputation of political opponents. The office of Senator Nathaniel F. McGill remains committed to the rule of law, the integrity of Liberia's security institutions, and a political discourse grounded in truth, fairness, and accountability. That is the response from the office of Senator Nathaniel McGill. So, the United Party statement said the raid took place at a property located near the residence. McGill says, no, it's in the same community, but it's not near my residence. In fact, the president's security advisor, national security advisor, lives in the same place. Maritime boss also lives in the same place. I've heard people saying people have alleged that the police boss has a residence in the same area. So why would you choose to say the raid took place at a place that is near my house? You didn't mention all the other people who live within the same place. Why would you do that? This other paragraph says the UP Alliance made a commitment during the 2020 presidential campaign to methodically break apart the drug trafficking network that became deeply entrenched in Liberian society over the 6 years of former President George Weah's administration. It became deeply entrenched. Sometimes it is very tiring to run around in Liberia with these kinds of things. So the drug business in Liberia, all people trafficking drugs through Liberia, it became deeply entrenched from 2018 to 2023. From the time the war ended to 2018, drug business was not entrenched. The other story we read the other day where they did a sting operation. The NSA at the time, the Americans and all that stuff, the sting operation where they were bringing millions of dollars worth of cocaine to Liberia was from where? During Ellington, drugs were not passing through Liberia, right? We never had drugs issues here. It was not deeply entrenched. You know, when you're in power and you have the responsibility to solve a problem, you should really do Because this is not the party's first time in power. No. And we all know the things that have been happening here. What is the different thing that has happened now? Because that administration also confiscated right at the time it lended to whosoever cooked storage. Charles Hayes knows that story very well because he was on top of it. The government of Liberia and their international partners, intelligence of international partners, and the government of Liberia physical presence confiscated right there. That administration did that as well. They grabbed the people who were connected allegedly to the container and they took them to court. The U.S. Embassy issued a release that we were here the other day to praise them. They took the people to court, the Guinea-Bissau, National, and other people. Now, the court said the people were not guilty. We do not know what happened. Were they jurors or the judge threatened by you really think cartels can let their people to do that, especially in countries that are not the United States of America? Yeah, man. The Spanish and Colombian national that were arrested. Well, let's see how it will go. But what is the difference? Similarly, in this case, the drugs entered the country, sat down enough, and they took it to a location in Joazon. And people were guiding it, trying to find a way to send it out or do whatever they needed to do with it. They were settled in country. And the individuals have been arrested and the drugs confiscated. So what is the different thing? The same way the individuals that came with it were arrested. The drugs were confiscated, I believe burned. And they took them to court. These people will also be taken to court. In that case, the court set them free. Whether it was issue of evidence, but the government lawyers at the time would argue that they had the best evidence to present. But we don't know what happened. They were set free and they left the country. Let's see what will happen in this one. But the similar measures have been applied. So when you make it to appear like it was entrenched, then you also want to make people to say it is entrenched now because the figures have even more than tripled, 370 million. So what would be defined as more entrenched? If you were to do comparison, 100 million bust, 370 million bust. But he said that time it was more entrenched. So which one is more? Now, if the people are brave enough to bring 370 million at this time, then which time will be more entrenched? These things are not necessary. They are not okay. You further divide a nation. You further make people to get into positions of, yeah, it's our side. No, then we are, and that's what the cartel will always want. Then we are losing sight of what the actual fight is. Something that is potentially able to destroy our country. Very much. These narratives are not okay. They're not even helpful to the security sector in what they are trying to do. $19 million, 19 point something million. A little over a month later, 370 million. But you're talking about entrenched before. Passing through the airport, 19 plus million. With different people hooked to it. Allegations of big names in government. The allegations of big names in government, the NOCA man the NOCA board member whose clearing company whatsoever forwarding whatever it is connected to a previous government official. Or he was entrenched too, then he entrenched himself in this one. No, we have to call a spade and take the fight where it belongs. These little political things to make, yeah, to make ourselves look good and blah, blah, blah. No, it really doesn't matter. Let's take the fight where it belongs. Because those two people may just be a little pieces of the cartel. What should happen is the one that is in your country that allows them to be brave enough to bring 370 million worth of cocaine to your country. It means there are powerful people. There are different things that will make them to be brave to do that kind of thing. Those guys are very careful. There's too much money there. They put too much money to produce 370 million worth of cocaine. They put too much money to make it a reach to Liberia. They spend money here and there, all kind of money they can spend. For them to be brave to put that amount here, to pass it through here, it means there's too much connection here. It is that cartel, because you can't control the one that is out of your country. You can't do anything about what is in wherever country it came from or wherever country it is going. You can make a dent in the one that is in your country. It is that one we should be concerned about, that no matter who you are, if you are connected to this, the example will be set on you with the rule of law. Because our country cannot be a transit hub for narcotics. That is the reality of the matter. He said, why we say it was more entrenched in that. I mean, it says here in that administration. So, like, what is that? What is that? For me, the judge or the jurors or whosoever will sit down on this case, the 370 million kids, they need the highest level of security, perhaps until the rest of their lives. The people in the security sector know what I'm talking. The reason why some of these cases can go the way the people are vulnerable. The things they will do in places like America for people who will sit on those kinds of cases, or those guys may already know who said what for their just to be discovered. So someone has to rat on them, either from on that side or from Liberia here, or for someone. Someone has to leak something out. Those guys, when they find out the kind of people there, they go after you. They want to kill you. Country like America, they can still try to hunt people who will put their people behind bars. Then at Liberia. Why sometimes the judge will just be the judge or someone, the juror, whosoever, then you'll just be sleepy. You see someone message or some calls and come to you, blah blah blah, from certain places you don't even know. That's why they require the tightest level of security. 370 million. You go heaven, you come down. That's too much money to burden and put behind this thing. 370 million, that's too much money. And perhaps it could be more wherever it is supposed to go. That's too much loss. They can do reprisal attacks. Security people know it. You should pray for and provide security for people, from the police people to whosoever, everybody on this thing. They are aware. They're not joking money there. So be here, be playing politics and be joking, rather than us encouraging, supporting, placing more into the security sector. Because this is big. Those boys don't let this thing go free. You know what I mean? When I see video of that 370 million worth of cocaine being burnt. Eh? You're joking, yeah? You think they will just allow it to go just like that? We need heightened security for everybody connected. Rather than us focusing on the majors, we're playing fun. Oh, fun, yeah, my girl. People are more entrenched. So, but what a different thing that happened? Nothing different has happened. It was confiscated. It is confiscated. They grabbed the people who brought it. They grabbed the other people who allegedly brought it. The other people sent it to court. We sent it to court. Let's get the case with it. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. We have to be careful what we say, how we do these things. Because at the end of the day, the country is suffering. And the country will suffer. We have to pray for our country. We should be scared that drug laws will want to pass 370 million between here. Then it means too many things are compromised here. Their eyes are on our country to use it as transit up. And when things go wrong here, they could want to do bad things here. That is the one that should scare you. Those buggers are not afraid to take on military. We saw it in Mexico and other places, Haiti. Those boys run, they do running battles until the Americans sometimes have to help. Police not able them in Mexico, police not able. They get military involved, they fight. They can fight military, but you're not fighting war in your country. You do not want that kind of thing. When they start sending this kind of amount through your country, they could be willing to do a whole lot to protect it. Or to do reprisal attacks. Then we are joking. You running a country as a governing party and you will write a statement so much like this? Really? People really sat down and allowed this thing to come out? You sat down? You really thought about it? You're supposed to be sophisticated. You're supposed to be the very best in our politics here. How did you put this out? That's why people running all around with it on Facebook because you want partisans to say, oh yeah, this and that. No, you're ignoring the reality of the danger that is on our hands. Thanks to the police, the NSA, the LDA, and all of that. I can tell you, they need more reinforcement. They need more support. They themselves know what I'm saying. Okay. I don't allow anybody. It is scaring. Very, very scary. The country where people very poor, like this, hungry and blah blah blah. The boy can just kind of grab few people and put guns in their hands and all those kinds of things. Yeah. Lorenzo, these guys were caught with a gun. That's small, hey man. Okay. I wanted to read this. I think I will. Let's see. Let me read this now. Introduction. In the Twer case. This investigation arises from sworn affidavits filed by 3 individuals who served as jurors on the 15-member jury panel. The panel was constituted to hear the facts, evaluate the evidence presented at trial, assess the credibility of that evidence, deliberate, and return a verdict of guilty or not guilty. So it is titled Investigative Report on Allegations of Jury Tampering, Misconduct, Republic of Liberia through Ministry of Justice versus Samuel Twer et al. Blah, blah, blah. So that's it there. So the trial from which the allegations of jury tampering and misconduct arose commenced before this court with the selection and subsequent sequestration of 15 individuals to serve as trial jurors. After a rigorous selection process conducted by counsel for the prosecution and the defense, the full jury panel was constituted, sworn, and seated to hear the case. After 56 days of trial, the court heard final arguments on May 8, 2026. The jury was then properly charged by the court in accordance with law and retired to the jury room to deliberate, evaluate the evidence adduced at trial, and return a verdict. Following deliberations, the court was informed through the jury foreman that the jury had reached a verdict and was ready to return to the courtroom to present it. The verdict was received from the foreman and by order of the court read in open court in the presence of all parties. The jury was thereafter discharged in keeping with established courtroom procedures. So the report is saying the jury was discharged. They did their work, sent them home. They were sequestrated. That is, they had them somewhere. You can't move from here until the trial finishes. The trial was finished. They allowed them to go. Allegations of jury tampering misconduct. While the court was preparing to hear arguments on a motion for a new trial filed by 3 co-defendants who have been adjudged guilty on some of the charges in the indictment, 3 individuals who have served as jurors in the case filed sworn affidavits with the clerk of the court on May 15, alleging jury tampering and misconduct. So this trial is over. The other people who were found guilty were pushing for retrial, which is taking an appeal, right? So the initial case was already over. Then on May 15. So when was the verdict of the Twer case? I will get that shortly. Okay. Let me get it quickly. Okay. It was on May 8th. It was on May 8th. The verdict came out on May 8th. And the jury was discharged. So May 8th was the verdict of not guilty. And then on May 15th, so that was 7 days later, alleging jury tampering and misconduct. Upon receipt of the affidavits, the court promptly notified all individuals and parties who have participated in the case of the complaints filed with the court. In light of the allegations set forth in the sworn affidavits, the court scheduled an investigation to commence on May 20, 2026. Commencement of investigation. While the court was following the citations issued by the court, the parties and individuals invited to participate in the investigation appeared as directed and the investigation commenced. Those present included concerned jurors, lawyers, defendants, and other relevant parties. The court then began interviewing the jurors, starting with 4 members of the jury panel. Stay order placed on the investigation. On the second day of the investigation, Associate Justice Yusuf D. Kabab, presiding in chambers, issued a stay order based on a writ of prohibition prayed for by counsel representing the defendants in the main case from which the allegations of jury tampering and misconduct arose. The stay order was issued after defense counsel challenged this court's jurisdiction to investigate the allegations contained in the sworn affidavits. Following a conference of the parties before the Chamber's Justice, a mandate was sent to this court accompanied by the parties' stipulation. The mandate directed this court to resume jurisdiction over the investigation and to ensure that all parties were accorded due process consistent with Article 20A of the Constitution of Liberia. The mandate of the Chamber's Justice was assigned and read in open court. Thereafter, this court resumed jurisdiction over the investigation. Recommencement of the investigation and establishment of court's jurisdiction to investigate. Before proceeding further, this court must first determine whether it has jurisdiction to inquire into the allegations set forth in the affidavits filed by the affiants. The court therefore notes that its authority to proceed with the investigation is grounded in a line of opinions issued by the Honorable Supreme Court of Liberia, including the following. Blah, 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 blah. They state all those things. Having established the court's jurisdiction to investigate, the court issued an assignment for continuation of the investigation. The investigation was scheduled to recommence on June 16, 2026 at 10 a.m. In response to that assignment, all parties concerned with the investigation, either personally or through their representatives, appear in court for the continuation of the proceedings. The individuals who were cited, appeared, and participated in the investigation are listed below. Prosecution lawyers: Councillor Augustine Fire, Councillor Jerry D.K. Galawolo, Councillor Richard Scott, Councillor Rudolph D.M.O. Johnson, Councillor Aliyu Bility, Councillor J.F. Dexter Puleyu, Councillor J. Adolphus Kanoa, Councillor Joseph Sami, Councillor David A.B. Wilson, Councillor Boakai Harvey. Defense lawyers, Councillor Arthur T. Johnson, Councillor James Kume, Councillor Dubusi Nwabudike, Councillor Francis Tuma. Lawyers representing 11 jurors, Councillor Jonathan Masakwe, Attorney Wilma Sampson. Lawyers representing 3 affiants, Councillor Jimmy Sabombo. Procedures established for the conduct of the investigation. To ensure due process, tranquility, and order of the investigation, this court issued a 2-page set of procedures and guidelines consisting of 10 counts to all individuals participating in the proceedings. Each participant or that participant's legal counsel received and signed for the written procedures and guidelines, together with the affidavits filed with the court by the affiants. These documents establish the framework for the recommencement of the investigation on June 16, 26. Conduct of the investigation. Each affiant took the witness stand and testified regarding the contents of the affidavits alleging jury tampering. Thereafter, questions were raised from the jurors, counsel, and the court. This procedure was adopted and applied to each individual who appeared as a witness during the investigation. The affiants were the first witnesses to take the stand. Now, we will stop here because of time and take calls. That will still be our major talking point tomorrow. It's a long one. We'll read the full thing. Join us tomorrow to understand how it ended. But we know the basis now. We got the background and all that stuff. So we enter into the full thing on tomorrow. We know when the complaint was filed, 7 days after the not guilty verdict was issued. So 777-700-995, We have 10 minutes to take calls. Our guests for 4:30 are already here, so we don't want. Yeah, welcome. Let's hear you.
David Koti, my name.
Let's hear you, sir.
You made some very good points today for the first time after 4 years, and I agree with you. This is no time to throw blame here to past government and front government. What kind of government? They were entrenched. No. All of us should fight now and see how we can get our government to strengthen our borders. We have a serious problem. The legislature must listen now and see how we can help to strengthen our borders. Even the United States, they have a budget of $7.4 trillion for this year, 2026. Big money. Trillion. I didn't say millions. Even the GDP is $30.5 trillion. They have fought drugs all kinds of ways, but as of today, drugs are still entering the United States.
The guys make way. They find all kinds of ways.
Yes, those people who have sophisticated system with good borders, people are taking drugs in the United States through all kinds of means. What about we who have all these flaccadia things around here? Anybody can just pass through any place and enter Liberia. This one way entrenched this time, it was, come on, man, let's leave that nonsense and talk to our legislature to see what can be done. Put some money in this border issue. Let's strengthen it, even though it will not stop it altogether, but something can be done. Thank you, my brother.
Thanks so kindly, sir, for your call as well. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon, Julius. When gives in a call from Paris.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Julius, have you noticed recently each time Joseph Boakai made a trip to Sierra Leone, upon his arrival, drugs are seized in Liberia?
Which one that now?
I have noticed since January.
So which one then?
Yes, since January 2024 up to date, each time Joseph Boakai visited Sierra Leone, anytime he returned, drugs that will be seized.
So, Frank, that kind of association with this other that really doesn't have a legitimate link. Let's leave those kinds of that the same thing the other people just did. No, that the same thing the United Party released, but that the same thing you're trying to do, and it's not correct, it's not okay.
So say they arrested the drugs around Maggie house. You know the ghettos that were around Joseph Boakai house. He knew about those ghettos.
Thanks so kindly, Frank. Frank, you know I like to talk to you. I like diverse opinion. But let's elevate the conversation. You don't like what they did. You know it is wrong, but you know it wrong. Then you want to do the same wrong thing and say the similar thing. Please, don't do that. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Julius.
Yes, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thanks for taking my call again. I'm Beto. I'm calling you from Johnsonville.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Julius, you see we're bringing the division into our country. We got a major security issue on here. And then other group, they're accusing the other group. Man, is he still the Secretary General for United Party?
Who?
They put the guy at the FPRC. Is he still the Secretary General for United Party? And the pastor, is he still the chairman for United Party? They sat out there and see the kind of release coming up.
But no, it was signed by the Deputy Secretary General, but the Secretary General, it must have posted it on his page. A whole lot of them posted it.
Meaning they are aware.
Yeah, they are very much aware.
They are aware. They are bringing division to our country. You know, you have got a full country. When a different country trying to follow men, they still running away. Seriously.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. 90 million on. Why is this phone going off? You're in charge here? 077770995 555 Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Julius.
Yes. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Richard. I'm calling from Cinco.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so thank you for the talking point, but this is what I have to say. People are beating on the Union Party press release. Where were people when the vice president and people are making links with the vice president?
Didn't you?
And nobody,
no. You are not saying nobody because I want them to buy a lie. Because right on this show, right on this very show, I said it was wrong for people to associate the vice president with simply because he was in picture with someone who was not even accused by security. We made that analysis that people should not politicize. That is where this thing came from.
But this statement I'm making, I'm not saying particularly you. I'm saying the very man that just dropped the line. He said we divide the country. If how they call it, we trying to politicize this. Okay, so my question is, Rodney C. and others who are linking the vice president to the 90 million case, where were they? Then
Did we condemn it here and we condemn it on the show?
But that is the role of the media. For you dare to call speed or speed, right?
Yeah. So do you agree with the United Party statement?
In regards to talking about near Senator McGill, but I'm not trying to give the description of the
so why did they include the other government officials whose houses are around that place too?
When he linked the other government official.
Let's take it easy. I like for people to let's take it easy. So I'm asking you. You think it was okay if different government officials live around that very place? You think it was okay to mention only the opposition person and not include their own government officials that were there, or whose houses are around there? Is it okay?
No, fairly, for me, I would say it was not okay, but the people are ready, perhaps. They decide to get out the schedule and tell the people they close the location as well.
So how does saying it help the fight, the drug fight that is on?
So the issue with the whole entire drug fight, we all are guilty one way or the other because the way the opposition started the whole entire fight, the governing party had to respond because you're not going to run mouth on the people and just make the people look ugly and able to say the one that responds on.
Okay, thanks so kindly. Welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Julia. This is Diana. I last in PTS. I joined you for Congo Town this afternoon.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me say thanks for the conversation. And thanks for at least talking about these things. Because some of the platform I follow, I heard people saying something contrary. Julius, I spent a few years out of Liberia. Sometimes when police will ask me, where are you from? I say I'm from Liberia. Be like, oh, you guys, they're fighting. You're like war business. And for now, what people telling us, or telling other people out there is that you people producing drugs. You're producing cocaine in Liberia now. So I think it is unfortunate, right? Our country will be seen out there for the negative reason. Most especially our government that campaign heavily against drugs. Today, Liberia is becoming like a country that exporting cocaine around the world. So it is sad. It is unfortunate. And one thing I want to say, Julia, I'm highly disappointed in the Unity Party. Most
Why?
especially while currently they are occupying the presidency, but they are behaving that they're still in opposition. I took my own time to read that press release. United Party needs to grow up, Julia. They claim to be more educated than CDC, but they are behaving so ignorant. How can you, as a governing party, being happy in a country, is that a press release or tell the people? Is that what it's going to tell the citizen?
Okay.
So the government should realize that they are governing the citizen. They are not just governing United Partisans to say things to make them feel happy for themselves.
Thanks so kindly. Let's see who's on this international line. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Julius.
Mm-hmm.
This is Gossin. I call from North Dakota, USA.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Julius, I have a little different view. Although I do not believe in the politicizing of the entire drugs issue, and the thing about calling a particular person's name, want to associate them with drugs, I think it's unfair. But the actual letter, I have not read it. But if you look at it from a different perspective, Julius, Minister Maggie is more popular than a lot of government officials in Liberia. Minister Maggie was a de facto president. That is clear. His name was one of the largest names in the whole Republic of Liberia during former President Weir time. I'm not saying it right for calling a name. But if you look at it from that perspective, and you want to get a direct, picture of what the situation
but wait, Chief, the police and DA that carry out the raid, even on their live video and whatsoever, they didn't mention anything about McGill House and all that stuff. They gave the location of the community. They didn't put McGill House business there. Why should the United Party go find a way and put McGill House? McGill says his house is not even near that place.
Yeah, they were actually wrong. It is wrong that they could have used it, but if you just think the other way, even that road are leading to Minister Mageo where they're going down, it was two-way influence when you were Minister of State.
Yeah, but the one that drop bill now, boss. How you want to do the other thing? You're so confusing me now because they get other government officials there too, popular activists, activists before Kofi Woods and there. Kofi Woods and popular. The maritime boss on a horse there. So why? But why did they need to say that? I don't get it.
It was wrong. I'm just saying that. I said it from the beginning. I said they were wrong.
Yeah.
But if you look at it from another perspective, you really want to get a clear picture. Looking at the two Nina Kofi Wu and Annie Maggie. Maggie is well known than Kofi Woo's.
So because they wanted the location of the place to be well known, so they use Maggie name because Maggie well known.
To be easier to identify.
Okay. Thanks so kind.
You think? So I'm not defending that it was wrong. For pointing finger, it was wrong.
Okay.
But at least.
Okay. The day you can listen. The day you can in the country and the seas drop from anywhere near your house, that your knee. We put us near the Gossin house. Thank you. See you. We'll see whether you'll be happy. You know what I mean? So put your knee near any drug business. Have fun, eh? I beg you. Welcome. Let's hear you. What's the name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Julia, this is William Brock calling from France.
Go ahead.
So you listen to the last caller before me. You hear the member analysis. You see, our country, we're not serious. And let me describe the area that they caught the drugs. It's like, Cathedral on Broad Street.
Mm-hmm.
That Maggie Horse and Teresa Convent that they play, they grab the drugs. That had a taste and look.
No, Antina, your own doesn't too far.
I am telling you, Julius, check good. Check good. Elect from Cathedral. In fact, there are somebody who make the video. Go check the video online. They are distant apart.
Okay,
so
I think I will kind of go around them myself before to tomorrow. Maybe by tomorrow morning I'll go there to verify the house they took it from and where my girl house is, and I'll try to find the other people's houses too.
Thank you. You see, Julia. Then the next thing they did was to tie the man who building the CDC headquarters to the other funny white man who they caught too. You see, let me tell you, you see the UP people, the people then looking at certain type of human being then that want to bring chaos in our country. Because no normal people can behave like that, Julius. No normal person can behave like that. That total division, and that kind of division, it can hurt, it can bring chaos. You don't be lying on people like that.
Chaos will not come.
You care less.
Chaos will not come. Chaos will not come.
Drugs now. You think the people then will leave? You think the people then they're talking about like you think that amount of drug is not coming? Drug always match with guns and violence.
Okay, thanks so kindly. Oh yeah, sure. Thanks so kindly. Abi, please bring what I sent you very quickly. Just before we can go over to our guests, where are your time there? Yeah. Yes, Abi will bring it. Welcome. Let's go back to the U.S. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Abi calling from Minnesota, man.
Let's hear you.
Hey, Julius, you know, I think y'all want to say the politics in Liberia, you know, they're going to play it. But let's come to the issue. The Unity Party, the CDC, they would play that politics among themselves. What I want to say is that in two sense, we are fortunate in one sense, and we are unfortunate in one sense. The fortunate part is that the cocaine is now being sold in our country, by arms so that people can use it in our country. It would be so desperate and bad. The good thing is it's passing, but it's not good. So let's say it happened. But what the main thing I want to say is that when people in our country will start turning that cocaine into what we call methamphetamine, that is the more dangerous one, Julius. When people know how to turn that thing into another drug they call methamphetamine, it will destroy our country. It will destroy our country. Yeah, it's desperate and good because it's easy, it's cheaper. That's the one the poor people can get hooked on because cocaine is for rich people. So we'll say we can buy it. People don't got money to buy 1 ounce for $100. So it's passing. But it's a bad thing, but we should appreciate the government for what the government is doing.
Okay.
You know, to those guys. That's a good thing. Let's give it to the government. But with the politics, we know CDC and UP, they will go after one another. They will do it. That's their own thing.
Okay. Thanks so kindly. That's it. We will hold it right there. Tomorrow we'll continue with it. We have with us our folks here from Grand Bassa County, Bassognon. The two of us speak Bassa here today. We'll see who can speak it. Bassa, do it on here.
Hey, Liberians is July 26. Celebrating in Grand Bassa. Everybody put your hands up. Grand Bassa, July 26.
Brother and sister working hand in hand. From the city to the countryside, today we celebrate with pride. From District 1, we put District 2, District 3, District 4, and 5. Let us celebrate Liberia. Hey,
179? Next year will be what, 180. And in 20 years, we will turn 200. Sunday got Diabo. Liberia July 26th song.
Grand Bassa, it's our time to shine. Building tomorrow across the land. Different districts, but one heartbeat. Moving together to the same vision. Raise your hands up, let's celebrate. Forget the problems, come, let's unite. Come together, let's celebrate in Grand Bassa. Let's lead away.
We have with us Nat Beje, Bassa stakeholders, media, focal person, and T. Nelson Williams, Bassa stakeholders chair on branding. This name used to be big. But some people know how to go very, very quiet. They just go very quiet. What a man.
For excuses.
That time can be better when they go very quiet. And plenty of people can go to their doors again, like when they're in official done. Nat Berger, welcome.
Thank you, Julius.
Should I tell the people our secret story from way back?
But it depends which one.
But we got only one major secret story from way back.
Yes, of course, I know we do have.
So Desmond was the one who was supposed to travel with the first time ever going plane. It was because this guy decided, let me let this one go. So that's how they contacted me to go with Minister Gaffon. But he was supposed to be the one to go with Minister Gaffon on that trip in 2013 to the UN General Assembly. And he said, let me give this one. And that's how I went. So thanks again. Publicly, let me say thanks again for being the one to make me fly plane the first time ever.
Always, others have also yielded and such opportunities for us, so we'll have to always replicate.
Yeah. It was. I actually decided to surprise you. You were not expecting it.
Yeah. So. But you are you're men of gratitude, I noticed.
Yeah, that's how it should be. We also have with us T. Nelson Williams. He's the chair on branding of the BASA stakeholders. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Julius. Good to be in the house.
I think it's my first ever interview with you on radio. I know once in a while.
Yes.
Those passing interviews happen. How's life? How's everything going?
Life is good. We are thankful to God.
What is the secret? You still look like 10 years ago.
Well, we try to eat healthy, do the right things, and I think most of all is the blessings from God.
Do you exercise?
I try to. I'm not as regular as I should. Yes.
There is someone who and you are resemble from your previous working place.
Wow.
What's his name? Bill? I think it's Bill.
Well, I know several bills there, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let us go to Nat Beje. BASA stakeholders, what are you people doing about this independence? Let's go into the official celebration is in your county. The seat of government is moving over there. The president will be there. The entire government will be there. A whole lot of things will be happening. How is BASA bracing for this? The hospitable BASA.
Yes, that's a key word, and that's what so associated with Grand BASA. So the BASA stakeholders is a group of prominent sons and daughters of Grand BASA based Morovia in the diaspora who have decided and say, look, listen, we know we are the host. Our country is, as a matter of fact, it's good to put this in context that there is the second time that our country is chosen as the maiden edition when the national government decides to decentralize the celebration of our Independence Day. Recall that in about 20 years ago, President Salih, when she decided to take it out of here, Grand BASA was the first. Under President Joseph Yuma Puaka, Grand BASA is the first when the national government's decision says we should decentralize. So we decided that of course, we know there are lots of efforts at the level of the county administration through the national government, but how do we complement efforts, in terms of preparation that playing host, and because we are from the county, there is no way you will go to your own county and be your guest, and so we decided to be involved. And the chair on national branding is going to talk more on our involvement on that.
Okay, so we'll come to you now, sir.
Yes, so we just want to welcome everyone to Grand BASA County starting tomorrow. I can tell you that we are rolling out the red carpet. We are planning, we are branding. We're going to have much dumber, and we don't want that dumber to waste. So we are asking all Liberians to come. And as you can see around the table here, we have both the public sector and the private sector represented. So as Basonians, we decided that in our home that we will welcome Liberians from the 15, 16 districts in Liberia to come and celebrate this 179th anniversary. So it's going to start from the Farmington. We're going to welcome you from the Farmington River, moving from Margibi into Grand BASA County, and for 5 to 6 days, we will host you. We will make sure that you have enough to eat.
Do you have enough cassava for all of it to do the dumbo you're talking about for the whole country descending on you?
Absolutely. As much as you want, we are preparing. We make sure that we grow it because that's our staple diet. So we have dumbo in all areas in Grand Bassa, and if we have to bring some from out, we would, but I don't think so. I think we have enough, and we have enough variety as well. I can tell you one thing that I would like to encourage everyone is to find a place, because most of the hotels, the last time I checked, was 99% booked. And so there may be some guest houses or Airbnb that you may be able to get, but for now, hotels are being booked. And so if you are coming, please make arrangements within the next 24 hours.
Okay. Are you people involved with any facelift of the county as people go?
Absolutely. I'm over branding, but we have committee that's over cleaning. Again, we are complementing the work of government. So they have a team already on the ground, but then we have our team from the Bassa stakeholders that are partnering with them to make sure that not only just the city, but that from Farmington all the way into Buchanan City, that you will see a facelift. You will see shining the red, white, and blue, our national colors, lining up from that point into the city of Buchanan. So yes, we are working with the cleaning.
Talking about the issue of capacity for sleeping and all of that, because I was going to go there. There is not much in terms of hotels and all of that. Given that the road is also good, there's a possibility perhaps others could stop in Margibi and then go and back and forth.
Exactly. We do have friends and that will be staying at the Farmington and hotels in Margibi, and that will be leaving early in the morning to come to Bassa to participate. So those are options. And again, we do have a lot of hotels in Buchanan, but again, you're talking about people from 15 counties coming to Buchanan, and national government, international guests that will be gracing this occasion. So those that are coming to receive awards from the government. So again, we are overwhelmed by the space. But again, like I said, between Margibi and Grand Bassa, we should be able to host all our guests.
Okay, not you. In terms of the festivities that will be happening, what should we expect from your end?
So we have lined up a series of activities, of course, all that are aligned with what the national government has already put together as a itinerary. So, like T. Nelson said, Buchanan being host is not us just providing a venue for the main event itself, and then everyone is back. It goes over a period of 5 days, starting from tomorrow. But we are having an official welcoming ceremony on Friday, July 24th, starting from the Farmington Bridge. If you've been in Buchanan of recent, you may have noticed that, and thanks to Bassolan's base in the diaspora, we've erected a very nice welcome sign, and that says "Welcome to Grand Bassa County." That is not just a welcome sign; that is also a whole package of because it has a resting place as well, and right there at that place on the 24th of July on Friday, we're going to have an official welcoming ceremony to welcome the president's entourage and other guests, where all traditional leaders and the ordinary people of Bassa, rural people, will be lined up from that Farmington and welcome officially the presidential convoy, as well as people, other high-profile people from other branches of government, including all our foreign guests, and that will continue straight into Buchanan City. So the people have said, and that's where we've been involved, trying to complement just not the cleaning up, but mobilization of our people along that route. And it's a long stretch of route from the Farmington all the way to Buchanan City. And every convoy that is going to pass, every car that is going to pass, they will be greeted with tremendous traditional sounds and people line up. Good thing is the Bassa color. As you know, Grand Bassa is one of 3 founding members of Liberia. So our national colors are also the national colors. So red, white, and blue. The branding chair is here, is making sure that everyone, even with his laptop and everything, is going to line up and welcome. On the same Friday in the evening, after that procession, then in the evening on Friday, a place called K&K Investment, which is just 3 minutes away from the St. John River Bridge, will have an evening dinner on Friday called the Welcome Party, where you're going to have everything. The next day, Saturday, July 25th, what is Basa known for? The Dumbo. So the Dumbo Festival is going to be held
when?
On Saturday, July 25th, right at the Basa Sports Academy.
You are trying to whet my appetite now.
Oh, yes. The Basotans, we know how to do Dumbo. As a matter of fact, the Dumbo has its own history, but we can get into that. But it is one of the longest food that has been around, as old as the country itself. So the Basa Festival, where will be held at the Basa Sports Academy, which is just 3 minutes away from the St. John River, and then 7 minutes away from Buchanan itself. Right before getting to Buchanan, you can't miss it. Enough banners are going to be erected right there, right as soon as you cross the St. John River. 3 minutes on your right, you see the Basa Sports Academy on Saturday. And there's an all-day Domo swallowing, as well as old-timer games will be played throughout. The next day on Sunday, the 26th itself, of course, at the national level, there will be intercessory services, but in the evening, no one needs to tell you that Grand Bassa boasts of some of the best beaches around. And so all of the beaches will be entertained. The Senegal Deba song you heard, plus other local artists, as well as Moriva-based artists, will just be posted everywhere and entertain people throughout. On Monday, the day itself, when the program is officially held at the fairground, we will also join the president and guests and do the official aspect of it. And in the evening, the celebration will continue with local artists everywhere. And there's a place called the Boulevard Park, that has been exclusively dedicated just for open air entertainment. And you know, when Bassa people are providing entertainment, you know what that means. And so it's a 4-day event from Friday, July 24th to Saturday, July 25th, the Domo Festival. On Sunday, the beaches and all of the best you can have in entertainment. Then on Monday, the 27th, and the official program.
Bassa is known for hospitality, and you just highlighted some of what will be happening. What about the night movers? The club inside of it and all those kinds of things. Or you ain't getting to do it, Appa?
No, the night movers, as you know, Buchanan's nightlife is becoming one of the best in the country. It is important to add that one of the legacy of this Independence Day is that for the first time in 36 years, the streets of Buchanan and homes are being reconnected to LEC's national grid.
Okay.
And that is for the first time in 36 years. So these celebrations are not just ceremonial ones, but those are ones that have a lot of projects that will be dedicated, including the president symbolically switching on the lights, because I was born in Buchanan, I know what I'm saying. The last time that city, despite being the second largest port city in the country, the last time it experienced electricity was May 1990. If you count from that time to now, it's over 36 years and few months has changed. And for the first time, we were there over the weekend. Managing Director Mohammed Sharif promised they were switching on the lights to remain on until the 26th festivities, and the lights have been on.
Okay. You want to add anything, sir, before we go to the lines? We know we have to hear from other stakeholders as well.
Well, I just want to add, we are so excited. I got a call from my little establishment in Buchanan that they were hooking up LEC. So as he said, and you wanted to know about the entertainment, there's something for everyone. There's places where if you are elderly and want to listen to old school, they have that spot. For the young people, they know where to go. They have areas to go as well. And then for the formal programs, and the K&K investment is a young Liberian business, and they will have the grill, they will have the soup and different menu items, And so there will be so much. And as Nat said, the entertainment will be everywhere, from Sunday Guy to the young entertainers that we have. So we're looking forward to a full 5 days of festivities in Grand Bassa.
777, do we have this one on now? 0777700 995 555.